Happy Friday, happy host week, happy days just overall. I am Stephanie, the founder of Host Agency Reviews and your MC for Host Week. Today is our last day live streaming on Host Week, but do not fret. We have gotten amazing feedback from advisors. So thank you for those of you that have sent us messages, and those of you that haven't, feel free to send us messages with feedback anytime. But we've gotten so many great ideas from others that we have gone ahead and already scheduled Host Week for next year. So go ahead and mark your calendars for January 2022, January 23rd through the 29th. That's the last week in January. Before we get started and jump into things, I wanted to say a very quick thank you to our lovely editor, Mary Stein, who took over emceeing for me yesterday when I wasn't feeling well. If you know anything about Mary and her writing on the site, she's referenced this many times, but she is an introvert. And I don't know for sure as a slight introvert and extrovert, but I think when you're a strong introvert, the most torturous thing a person can do to you is to call you last minute and ask if you can take over as an MC. No big deal for a 2.5-hour live stream in front of hundreds of people. But Mary rose to the task and she did a phenomenal job. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Mary. So appreciate it. All right, so I think most of you by now have the lay of the land on how Host Week works because you've hung around with us all week. But here's the thing. Today we are swapping out our Get to Know a Host segment with our Luminary Awards. So you finally have memorized the Host Week format and then bam, we just toss that right out the window. Typical host agency reviews, right? Well, the good news is we are still kicking things off with a keynote speaker. And today's keynote speaker is really great. You're going to be hearing from Sylvia, the VP of Industry and Trade Relations over at CLIA, which is the Cruise Lines International Association. Now, there have been a lot of suppliers that are very supportive of the host agency channel this week, gracing our Supplier Love section. And Charlie isn't necessarily, well, he's not a supplier, he's an association, or he represents one, but it's an association of the cruise lines. So when it comes to the cruise lines, different sales channels, and the different sales channels we're talking about is direct sales, online travel agencies, and then traditional travel agencies. It's a really neat fact that traditional travel agencies, sell 70% of all cruises in North America. Yeah, mic drop, right? So stop and think about that though, 70%, that's really crazy. So when I first heard the statistic, I nearly fell out of my chair. It was Ron Gulaski over at Celebrity said it. And I was like, Ron really has this, I don't think he's making up numbers, but that's pretty crazy. So it's data I've been using ever since to throw back at people when they ask me if travel agents still exist. So I just very casually say, yeah, a lot of people are really surprised when I tell them that traditional travel agencies are responsible for 70% of cruise bookings in North America. And then I just go on to explain how it's misleading that there are travel agencies, but it's just really that the business model has changed. You don't see those traditional storefront agencies since it's a lot higher overhead cost, and a lot of people have moved home base. So they're definitely around and they're doing some serious business. You just don't see them on Main Street as often. So now that I've gotten that factoid in your mind, you can imagine that the role advisors are going to play in the rebound of cruising. It's going to be huge. If prior to the pandemic, they did 70% of all cruise bookings in North America, they're going to play a very pivotal role. And yes, the ships are docked until mid-spring to late spring right now. But you can bet that when the seas open again, the cruise lines are going to be leaning very, very heavily on advisors to educate clients and to fill up those ships. And that's what Charlie is going to talk about today during his keynote. So the pivotal role that hosted advisors will play in the cruise line's recovery. And when Charlie is done inspiring you and making you feel like a real superstar, we're going to shimmy on over to our Supplier Love section, and we're going to be hearing today from GOGO Vacations, Red Carnation Hotels, AmaWaterways, and Brendan Vacations. They're going to just go totally gaga for agents in that section, so tune in. And once you're done with that section, we're going to be having you flying high, and then we're going to put the focus on host agencies. Because why this week has been dedicated to hosted advisors, we all know that there's a key partner behind every hosted advisor, and that is their host agency. And we think that they deserve some love too, and I know that you also think that. So we're going to wrap things up with our annual Luminary Awards. And that's the awards that we give out every year, where we recognize hosts that we feel engage best with agents on our site and provide stellar service to their network of RICs. So mark your calendar for 1 p.m. Central Time when our virtual award ceremony will happen. We're going to bring on the whole our team for that. So that's the first time this week that we're not. Usually, like, one of us is behind the scenes on the comments and working the technology. So we're going to all be on the screen. It's going to be crazy. And if you're wondering about Bridget, because it's just going to be Mary, April, and I, if you're wondering about Bridget, well, this is the time to tell you that Bridget is going to be moving on from Host Agency Reviews. She is moving to San Francisco and will be saying goodbye to the travel industry, which, of course, is like heartbreaking for all of us. We're going to miss her greatly. But, of course, we wish her the best on her journey. And we really don't want her to leave, though. So, but after that fun party, where you're going to find out which host won the awards, we'll officially wrap up our week long of live streaming. So that is how you start a Friday. Am I right? That is how you do it, folks. So keep those tantalizing events that I just talked about on your mind, because we're going to take a short break, but we'll be back in just a jiffy with our keynote from Charlie from CLIA. Can't wait. See you soon.
Hi, my name is Charles Sylvia, and I'm Vice President of Industry and Trade Relations with CLIA, Cruise Lines International Association, the global cruise industry trade association headquartered in Washington, D.C. Like you, I am a travel advisor, and I started out my career back in 1994 at a small brick and mortar agency in my hometown, not too far from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. The reason why I'm here is to talk briefly with you about the critical importance, what I like to call mission critical role, that hosted travel advisors will play in restarting travel worldwide, and especially, from my perspective, the global cruise industry. Travel advisors will play a mission critical role in that you will become, now more than ever, as we hear that term being used quite a bit, now more than ever, you will become the trusted advisor to your client. Whereas before, they may have seen us as someone to turn to in terms of booking and to get great information about a destination or a resort or a cruise ship. Now our role has somewhat pivoted, where we are not just travel advisors or cruise advisors, but we are now industry advisors, cruise industry advisors. I like to say that to folks when I'm talking with them in various CLIA trainings, that we have to pivot from thinking of ourselves as cruise travel advisors or cruise travel experts to that of cruise industry experts. And really, that is all about helping to discern fact from fiction. We have a very challenging time ahead of us because there's a lot of information out there, and people are less sophisticated than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago. They really are having a hard time discerning fact from fiction, fantasy from reality, and truth from mistruth. So it's really important that you become that trusted advisor, that resource, if you will, that will help dispel myths and misconceptions about cruise travel in terms of safety, security, health, and well-being, and environmental stewardship, quite frankly, because moving forward, we're seeing a lot of millennials care very much about the cruise industry's commitment to environmental stewardship and sustainability. So a big job for all of us, right? We have so many advantages, though, as travel advisors. We have advantages, especially with a host. You've got tremendous advantages in terms of training and continual professional development, continual education. Also, industry relationships, or industry relations as we call it. Your host has a relationship, and I'm proud to say at CLIA, we're partnered with virtually every major host in the industry, and we work very closely with them to make certain that travel advisors are empowered with all of the information that you need. And we encapsulate it into very small, digestible portions, because we realize that people do not have the attention span that they once had. So we have to get good information. We have to get the accurate information that will help put their minds at ease and help them really understand that travel is safe. And especially with the cruise industry, we are returning. You're going to see the restart of cruise operations worldwide. It's not going to be an instant on switch. It's going to be more of a dimmer switch. But you will see that as the industry restarts on a global scale and scales up accordingly, that we're doing it when the time is right, and that when we can take every precaution possible to provide that safe environment for the health and well-being of our passengers, our crew, and of course the communities where we sail. So it's all about that, and we're not looking to turn you into medical health experts or anything like that, but we work very closely with host agencies to make sure that you have all the information you need at your fingertips, and that you're able to answer any question from a client, no matter what range of topics they might hit you with, and be able to speak intelligently and in an informed, confident way to put their minds at ease and help them prepare for a wonderful wonderful cruise experience. Now, I talked about the advantages of a host agency with the training and the continual education, but also these partnerships. I mentioned about CLIA's relationships with all of the hosts, and also the supplier relations aspect. So bear in mind that a host agency will be able to negotiate considerations, whether it be special commission structures or amenities or any type of value adds for your clients. Oftentimes holding group space that provides them with wonderful feature-rich booking opportunities and other special considerations. So this is something, when I look back at my career as a travel advisor, and heck, I was in a mom and pop agency, and certainly I can appreciate the mom and pop agency, but I will tell you that I would have loved to be able to be part of a larger organization where I could look my client in the eye and say to them, our overall organization books however many hundreds of millions of dollars worth of travel, so that you can convey that you are the best person really to champion for them, because even the best laid plans don't always go according to plan. So taking that into account, it's important for you to understand that you can leverage the power or the influence of your host agency with your client, and let them know that, look, when I pick up the phone, I'm picking up the phone, and it's not just me calling this supplier on your behalf to sort out an issue or to help you with a booking arrangement, but it's the power of my company, the power of my host. And by the way, we happen to do X number of millions of dollars worth of business with that particular cruise line. Who do you think they're going to listen to first? The individual who calls them up on the phone, who's booked directly, or the travel advisor who is affiliated with a host that is a prominent and influential leader in cruise travel marketing and sales? Certainly it will be the latter. So also, we want to talk about support in terms of sales tools and marketing resources, and things like customer relationship managers, CRMs, and other back office tools that help you really make the most of your business and keep you from reinventing the wheel, quite frankly, because we can spend a lot of time. Someone once told me that be careful when you're in business not to get caught up in busyness. And busyness can often take us away from the most important things, the things that are at the heart of what our purpose is. Like, for example, following up with a prospect, or getting pricing and availability for a client, or emailing someone, or calling someone, or meeting them face to face at a coffee shop. My point is this: they take the hassle of the business or the operational aspects off your shoulders. They remove that burden for you, and which frees you up to be able to do what you do best, right? I'm from New England, and we've been very fortunate the past 20 years or so, up until quite recently, to have a quarterback by the name of Tom Brady. Well, you don't have Tom Brady lining the field in preparation for a game. You have him and his teammates focusing on doing their job. And that's really what a host agency allows you to do. They allow you to do your job, and freeing you up of all of those other intricacies that can get in the way, those business aspects that can get in the way. They make it easy for you to manage that relationship from the very outset all the way through to the point where you've booked them, and they go from being a prospect to a client, and then ongoing in that relationship with follow-up and making sure that you stay in touch with the people who have trusted you to book their trip, so that they can be repeat business and send you referrals and so forth. So really, the support of a host agency is tremendous. Also, some host agencies will offer you lead generation and referrals of their own. So that's something not to scoff at. Certainly, that is a massively important part of the sales continuum. We will return to sailing. And it will be a scaled return, as I mentioned, when the time is right, when it is the right time to do it, and when we can take every precaution necessary for our passengers, crew, and community's safety. But we're counting on you. We're counting on each and every one of you who can see this video and hear my voice. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You'll hear me as you see other CLIA trainings and so forth say that you built this business. We all built this business. Travel advisors built this business. You realize that you're responsible for 75% of all cruise bookings worldwide every single year. 75% of all bookings come from travel advisors. So you play this mission critical role in the restart of cruising. And it's important that you are the face of the industry and that you utilize all of the sales tools and marketing resources and educational opportunities and offerings that are available to you to be able to be the best travel advisor that you possibly can, the most informed, the most dialed in with the relationships with all of these suppliers, relationships that no consumer could ever possibly have on their own. So I like to always say that the cruise lines may order the ships, but it is the hard work of host agencies and their travel advisors that pay for the ships. We're going to keep growing and we're going to keep sailing into a new future for the cruise industry, and it's going to be better and brighter than ever before. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Again, my name is Charles Sylvia. I'm with CLIA, Cruise Lines International Association, and here's looking forward to a very bright future for us all.
What a fantastic message to close out our week, wasn't it? You know what else is fantastic? Charlie's voice. I think like in another life that he was a radio broadcaster. And if you didn't notice it, which I find it hard not to notice because, or that you wouldn't notice, because the first time he called me, I was like, wow, this person has an amazing voice. But if you don't believe me, go back and rewind and then take a close listen. So at any rate, Charlie and CLIA, thank you for that powerful message that you delivered. We really appreciate it. If you just happen to be jumping on and you're feeling a little disoriented, you have landed right in the middle of HAR's last day of live streaming for Host Week, a week-long celebration where we take a look at hosted advisors and the industry that supports them. We just finished our keynote from Charlie over at CLIA, and in just a second, we're going to head on over into our Supplier Love segment. So I want to give everyone a heads up. We are going to be taking a bit longer breaks today than normal because our last segment is going to be our grand finale for the week, and the whole HAR team is going to be on that closing segment, which is our Luminary Awards ceremony. And we're just a team of 3 running this, if you can believe it. So we've got all hands on deck during the breaks to try to make sure that the stream and the awards ceremony goes really smoothly. So we'll be taking a quick break, but when you hear that happy, chipper music, that means it's time to hop back to the HAR tab because we'll be back on at 12:40 Central Time with some supplier love for you to help make sure your Friday is the best it can be. See you soon. Hello, hello, welcome back. I'm Stephanie, and we are ready to kick off our very last Supplier Love segment of Host Week. If you've enjoyed Host Week, and we really hope you have, by the way, mark your calendars for the last week in January 2022, because we're going to keep this party going next year. It was way too much fun not to. So we've got our grand finale, the award ceremony for HAR's Luminary Awards, coming up at 1 p.m. Central Time. So we got to get this show on the road. So kicking it off today is our beloved Archie Arushanyan from GOGO Vacations. Without further ado, I bring you Archie.
Hello friends, it's Archie here from GOGO Vacations. Happy New Year, happy 2021. Can you believe it? We are in the brand new year. Well, first of all, I wanted to let you know how much we love host agency advisors. We love you guys. At GOGO Vacations, we're here to support you and do anything we can to help you strive and help you grow further. We are so appreciative of all your business and all your support. And the reason why we love you is because when you are part of host agency, you guys receive amazing training from your host agency. You receive a lot of dedicated support. And of course, GOGO Vacations have amazing programs available to the host agency. So we love you guys. We appreciate you and we're so grateful for your business. Also, as we all know, 2020 has been a hard year for all of us, but I do believe that you as the host agency advisors have such a big part to play in rebuilding travel industry and helping us to overcome challenges that we had last year. So with all the tools that are available to you through us and through your host agencies, I believe that together we'll be able to overcome the challenges and rebuild our wonderful and beautiful travel industry together. As you know, we have amazing tools available only to you. And as I mentioned before, we are here to support you in any way we can. And just wanted to remind you that as a wholesaler, we only work with travel advisors. So without you guys, we don't have business. That's why we are so grateful for you. We want to celebrate you. And I personally want to wish you a happy 2021. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for your perseverance through all the hard times. You guys are amazing and we so much love you and appreciate you. So thank you for being you. Thank you for watching. GOGO Vacations love all our host agency advisors. Happy New Year.
No, Archie, thank you for being you. I don't know about you, but his upbeat spirit always brings it always brings a smile to my face. So thank you, Archie, and then GOGO Vacations for your support of hosted advisors. Next up to bat is Melissa Young, the Director of Sales at Red Carnation Hotels. This is a collection of family-owned boutique hotels and spas, and it includes Ashford Castle, which I can attest is breathtaking. I had the opportunity to spend some time there a while back, and it's stunning. I really could have lived like a queen in a castle a long time ago, is what I discovered during my visit. So with that, I'll send it over to Melissa to hear how Red Carnation Hotels feel about the hosted advisor segment. On to you, Melissa.
Hello, my name is Melissa Young, and I'm the Director of Sales with Red Carnation Hotels. We have a beautiful collection of 20 luxury boutique hotels that are located all over the world, from the British Isles down to Southern Africa, but I am based here in the US. I live in Westchester County, New York, and I work from home. So I'm here to tell you today how very much we appreciate home-based advisors and let you know that I'm here to help in any way that I can. I'm committed to working with you to make every reservation so special that your clients will come back to you again and again. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me, and thank you for your time. Wishing you all the best for 2021 filled with travel.
Fandabulous. Thank you so much, Melissa. We are so appreciative of your support for the hosted agents and for HAR. Thank you. Next up, we'll be hearing from Diane over at AmaWaterways. Now, Diane will share with you how AmaWaterways feels about hosted advisors, but I want to also tell you this because she's going to say it in her own words. But Diane and I were in a group at PATH, which is the Professional Association of Travel Hosts. I think on Wednesday, Jackie, the director at PATH, gave a keynote for us if you want to learn more about PATH. But we met at the last PATH meeting, and we were in the same group. And not only is she super fun and smart, I can say with 100% confidence that my experience is that her and her team are completely dedicated to supporting hosted advisors. And if you've ever heard AmaWaterways charismatic co-owner Kristen Karst speak, you know that the support starts at the top and it is company-wide. So with that, I think it's about time to let Diane speak for herself, huh? All right, over to you, Diane.
Happy New Year, fellow travel industry friends and partners. For those that I've not met yet, my name is Diane Horan, and I'm the Director of Strategic Partner Networks for AmaWaterways. Almost 2 years ago now, AmaWaterways created a new department devoted exclusively to supporting our host agency partners and recognizing the importance of the home-based advisors in the travel industry. As a former travel agency manager and former home-based travel advisor, I was proud to have been selected to oversee this development. AmaWaterways has always been 100% supportive of our partnerships with our host agencies, and we have never had a direct marketing strategy. We believe in the travel agency model, and being a family business, we understand the importance of the human connection and your personal relationships with your clients. But little did we know at that time that the world was about to change and travel would be interrupted in a way that we had never seen or experienced in our lifetimes. 2020 was a tough year. It was filled with disappointment, disbelief, and concern. And at the same time, it was a year of compassion, learning, and innovation. There were many moments of joy, and there was a renewed sense of the importance of the environment, family, and our community in the travel industry. And most of all, we experienced the renewed understanding by the world of the importance of travel advisors. For those who had wisely booked their vacations with a local travel advisor, they found that they had a friend. They had an advocate and a professional who was going to be there to assist them to the process of rebooking or rescheduling their trips or pursuing their options. For those who had not made that decision to use a travel advisor, they found out very quickly the mistake they had made. So as we look beyond 2020 to all the new and exciting travel adventures ahead of us for both ourselves and our clients, and we also know about the pent-up demand that is there, the benefits of booking with a travel advisor have never been stronger. So at AmaWaterways, we are also very enthusiastic about our future with 3 new ships planned to be launched in 2021, including the beautiful new Amadalia and the new destination of Egypt, the new itineraries that will be introduced, which will include new destinations such as Mount Saint Michel in France, Lake Como in Italy, and Transylvania in Romania, and the many new rich promotional offers that are in place to help you to stimulate sales for you, such as our free land programs. There's never been a better time for your clients to book with you. So to quote one of our AmaWaterways inspirational leaders, Kristen Karst, our co-owner, "Out of great challenges come great opportunities." We are at the beginning of a new day. These are exciting times. We know that people's desire to connect with others and to travel the world is real. And after this long pause, when we all have the ability to travel freely around the world again and it opens up, we know that there will be great demand, and you as our frontline heroes will be there to help these clients' dreams come true. So on behalf of your entire AmaWaterways family, I would like to say a sincere thank you for the tremendous support you have shown us during this most difficult times, and remind you of our 100% commitment to you, our travel partners. Wishing you great success in 2021 and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Diane. I have yet, and I'm hesitant to admit this, but I have yet to go on a river cruise. But I am really looking forward to checking one out once travel picks up again, which will hopefully be very, very soon. All right, we have one more supplier left to fill your little love cup up today, and that is Brendan Vacations. They are a brand of the Travel Corporation. And I just want to do a quick aside, because earlier this week I mentioned about how the Travel Corporation, or TTC, how they had 7 brands participate in Host Week, and they all shared videos on why they believe that hosted advisors are the future of the travel agency distribution channel and how much they appreciate hosted advisors. Now, the future of the travel agency distribution model being hosted advisors, that came straight from the mouth of their CEO, Guy Young. If you want to hear what he has to say, you can tune into Tuesday's Supplier Love segment and listen. So I think it's time that we could jump back to poor Brendan Vacations. So back again here. They are specialists in Ireland and Scotland. And I am really, really excited because Sarah Hamilton, who will be speaking on their behalf, is just a bundle of energy and happiness. And I think she is the perfect way to wrap up our Supplier Love segment for 2021. So are you ready? Let's do this.
Hello, all you fabulous hosted agents. It's myself, Sarah, here from Brendan Vacations. And I just wanted to reach out to say a big go reva Mila Mayagot, which is thank you so much in Irish Gaelic for everything that you do for us. You guys are our storytellers. And they say that the Irish put the story in history, and you tell that story every single day. So we are so thankful. And there's a very famous Irish Gaelic phrase that says, Ní ceart galore la chéile, which means there is strength in unity, or we are better together. And I believe moving forward that with you guys, how fabulous you are, and the support from us, things are only on their way up. We love you, we adore you, and thank you.
Short and sweet. That is how I like to describe our Supplier Love segment. It's just a quick pick-me-up to help you get through your day. So we're going to take a quick break, but we will be back at 1 p.m. Central Time for our award ceremony for the Luminary Awards. And these are awards that go to host agencies that have reached specific milestones. So it's a way that Host Agency Reviews recognizes hosts that we think really embody what HAR is about. And that's things like top-notch service, being transparent, and engaging with the travel agent community. So we'll close out the week and let you know where to register for next year's Host Week. With all the fantastic suggestions and feedback we're getting, I'm positive that Host Week 2022 is going to be even bigger and better. Hopefully a lot smoother on the back end too, because man, sometimes it has been so stressful. So stick around to get a quick overview of what's waiting in the wings, and we will see you in a few. Well, welcome back, all you travel-loving entrepreneurs. You're just in time for the grand finale of Host Week, and that is our award ceremony for the Luminary Awards. And as we close things out, we want it to be a full-blown party, so we have the whole HAR team on. Hello, hello.
So excited.
You
know you're an introvert when 3 people is a party.
we're having a virtual full-blown party. It's pretty amazing. So, well, you know, and if you're wondering where Bridget is, I should mention this. I talked about this earlier, but she's still technically part of the HAR team for the next few weeks, but she has been phasing out as she moves into a different career, and she's heading up to San Francisco. And I think all of us are really torn because we're excited for her new journey, but we're secretly plotting behind her back on ways we can entice her to stay. So, yeah.
She'll still be on Slack, so we're just going to constantly message her all the time.
Exactly.
A quick question, like, where'd you put that thing?
Yeah, we just need so much help. We're just so lost.
Exactly. She'll always be a part of the team.
Yeah. She is. And well, you know, we can bring a crowd in here and say, if anyone has any ideas on how we can stop Bridget from leaving, drop us a line. We don't do violence very well or at all, but we're not opposed.
Keep it legal. Keep it legal.
Yeah, and we're not opposed to, well, I don't know. Like, I feel like stealing the moving van and holding the items for ransom would be something I would be okay with.
I like it.
Yeah, so even if it is legal, you can throw it out there because Mary may have a conscience about that sort of thing, but mine's kind of a gray line sometimes.
There's moral stuff. I'm with you, Steph.
April and I going out in the dark of night.
I'll warn you.
Well, okay, so moving right along, one of my favorite things about this week was hearing from the hosts about what movie or TV shows best represent their company culture. That's been a blast. So I thought it would only be fair to all the hosts that are out there if we kind of flipped the tables and had April answer the question. So what do you think, April?
I wasn't expecting that. And all week here I am interviewing, but never once did I actually think, oh, well, what movie would we be? You think that would have crossed my mind?
It never crossed my mind, but then sometimes I get these brilliant, like, oh my gosh, great idea. And I was like, this is like April's been on the team for a year now. So she's had a really good feel and she should be able to tell us. So with what you've seen so far, April, what movie or TV show best describes HAR's culture?
And why?
And why? Sorry.
Sorry, I asked that question so many times.
I should have just asked you to ask yourself. I couldn't even have tried.
So I guess if I had to say one, I know this is probably going to be super cliche, but I would probably say Sex and the City. So before anybody like jumps and says, really? First off, it's 4 independent, strong, funny, creative women. I mean, I'm still counting Bridget in this. So there we go. We have all 4, right? And then I think each character kind of represents the 4 of us pretty accurately. So I would say,
you have to tell because I don't know. I never watched it. So who are the characters and who am I actually?
You're going to be Carrie. So you're going to be the main character. Oh. She is entrepreneurial. She's fantastic. She's the leader. She's fun. She's kind. So that's completely you, Steph.
Super fashionable. I think you forgot that in there. Pleated clothing.
We're like the Midwest version of Sex and the City.
Listen, I'm East Coast. I'm like almost in New York. Almost. Let's see. Bridget would be Miranda because Miranda's very like level-headed, like technical. She's funny, but like in her own way. But like it's just like everything's like based on facts. Like that's Bridget. Hence her always doing her data.
Does she leave the group then too?
Actually, you know what? She does move like outside of New York from where they live. I think she moves to like the Bronx or something. So in New York, that's a big move. Yes. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize how much this was really like us. And then I would say Mary is like Charlotte, like super sweet, super nice, like doesn't like confrontation, just a kind soul. And then I would say I'm Samantha. Now, don't get me wrong, Samantha's very promiscuous in the show, so I'm not saying I'm that. What I am saying is that, like, I'm the fun one, and I would be like the wild, crazy one that would be like, come on, I'd grab a bottle of champagne or a margarita or martini or Cosmo and be the one at the bar and the outgoing one. So
Your emergency vodka is definitely open.
Right. But like really, like when you get all four women together, they're just amazing and they do amazing things and they just completely mesh so well together. And I guess that's what I would say.
I agree. I love working with our team. So it's, yeah, I haven't watched it, but I actually think I saw a headline that they're doing some sort of a reboot on it.
Oh, you can't do that.
So I'm going to watch it to try to learn more about me. Well, okay, so let's kind of, we've got that burning question out of the way. Let's kind of move into our Luminary Award. So Mary, we changed things up a little bit this year. Do you want to take the reins and kind of give an overview of what we did a little differently this year?
Yeah, I'll give a general overview. I won't go into like the nitty gritty. This host is this size and that size. You can find that on the site, and you're about to read a report. So you can read all those fun details to see where your host agency fits in. But we made two big changes this year, and I kind of gave one away. But the first one is that we created more size categories. So last year we had 3 size categories, and this year now we have 5. And the reason why we did that is it kind of leveled the playing field a little bit for all sizes of hosts, because we were finding that, there's a big difference between having, 300 ICs and 700 ICs, just for an example. That's not a threshold that we actually have. But so we created more categories to make it more inclusive and to level the playing field. And since we did that, we actually also have a lot more Luminary Award winners this year, which is cool. It's really cool. And then in addition to that, we had so many winners. I was like, let's throw in one more element of surprise. So the second thing that we did this year is we added a new award. And so we're going to go over all the awards in just a minute. But this year we added a 5th award, and it's called the Galaxy Award. And the Galaxy Award goes to host agencies that I like to call the sweepers. And they're the ones who win an award in every category. So it's not easy to do. And in fact, only one host agency received the Galaxy Award this year. And I also just want to mention that no one knew about this award. Like, we didn't even know about it until we came up with it a couple weeks ago.
And you can't even say we on that, Mary. That was actually your idea, and it was a fantastic idea. Oh, and by the way, I'm sorry to completely jump in and go back to the questions we were just talking about.
Okay.
But for everybody that was watching that said those were fantastic questions, it wasn't me that came up with them. It was Mary. So really, she gets all the credit. I kept telling people, but while you're watching, you have to know that. Like, she's amazing.
We're never going to be able to top that next year.
I know. I was thinking that.
Ooh, how about suggested questions from the audience? We could always throw that out there. I like
that's a great idea. Yeah, if anyone has any ideas, drop them to us in messaging, email, comments. We'd love to hear them. So
just a PS.
Yeah.
Very Sex in the City of us working so amazingly together. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. And they have to be deeply, secretly psychological questions. So no pressure. Well, yeah, those are the 2 big changes that we made this year to the awards. So.
And for those of you that aren't familiar with the Luminary Awards, we started them maybe like 3 years ago. Don't quote me on the number. But the goal was kind of to recognize host agencies that receive top marks from their network and that really showed a commitment to their advisors. So we call the blog announcing the Luminary Awards on the site every year, the best host agencies of like 2021 or 2020. But in truth, the best host agency for you may or may not be on the list, depending on what your needs are. And I'll toss a link in the comments in just a sec, where I go through a recording that kind of walks you through things to consider when you're narrowing down host agencies. Because if you're feeling completely overwhelmed right now with the choices, if you're shopping around, do not worry, because that is completely normal. Trust us. We get a lot of support questions like that. But I would recommend the Luminary Awards is a great way to kind of narrow down things into a more manageable list. So you know that the hosts that have gotten Luminary Awards, they have high marks from their advisors, and you know that they know the importance of being an active community member and engaging with their members. So like Mary said, we have 4 categories that hosts can win for our Luminary Awards, plus our new Galaxy one. But I feel like I've been chatting a little bit. So April, do you want to go over the Supernova Award? Like, what's the criteria for getting it? And then while you're doing that, I'm going to get a drum roll on my phone, a drum roll noise, so that when I announce the winners, we can have a drum roll.
I like that. I like that a lot. I was like expecting like an envelope and just pulling them out and reading them.
No,
I like the drum roll. I do like that. So Supernova Award, that recognizes the host that receives at least 1 new review the previous year and has an average star rating of 4+. So, I mean, think of it like when you're going out to eat and you're Googling where to eat, are you going to go to the place that has 3 or less stars, or are you looking for the place that has 4 or more? My husband and I have this thing, like it has to have 4.2 stars or more. So that's what we tried to do for you, to put this, so you'll be able to just see in one spot the 4+ stars.
Yes, very Miranda of you.
What can I say?
All right, so hold on, because
Oh, the drum roll, the drum roll.
Wait, oh no, this isn't sharing this tab, but hold on.
You want me to just make a drum roll?
No, Mary, I can do the drum roll. I can do the drum roll, Mary. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen. Hold on. Drum roll.
Ooh.
How's that? Pause. Hi, this is just too much for me.
I think you're supposed to do the drum roll, then share your screen.
Oh no, now there's like ads playing on there. This is a disaster. Okay. All right, so our first winner, and these are going in order from our smallest agencies, host agencies, the more boutique end of things, up to our larger agencies. So congratulations, Lotus Travel Network. And I'm gonna, you know what we can do too to make this fun, is do the clapping in Facebook. So you guys can go on Facebook and do the claps.
Ooh.
Yeah, fun. All right, congrats, Lotus Travel Network. Next up, we have Epperly Travel, won the Supernova Award. It's a fun-looking crew. My Vacation Lady, congratulations. Elite Travel Concierge, congratulations on your Supernova Award. Kinship, she's just winning everywhere. Kinship Vacation, right. She won our Comfort Class package ad, and then asked a thing. Oh man, we have Just Adventure Travel Services. Congratulations. VacationKids.com, PNT Travel Group, Magical Moments Vacations, Largay Travel, looking very swanky in front of the fire pit, Gifted Travel Network. Congratulations to Brownell.
I like that background.
Yes, safety first. Oh, yeah, nice.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, Departure Lounge, congratulations. Uniglobe Travel Center, hey Betsy. The Travel Agent Next Door, congratulations on your Supernova Award. Avoya Travel, who also I think should win for crispest looking picture.
Right.
Super nice. And KHM Travel Group. And lastly, Nexion Travel Group. So congratulations, everybody. Yay! All right. Now, hold on. Got to go back to my live stream. All right. So now next up, Mary, do you want to go over our next award?
Yeah, the next award is the Nebula Award. And the Nebula rewards hosts for new reviews. So for example, in 2021, it will count for hosts who reach a certain threshold depending on the size of reviews that they received in 2020. So you got a whole year to collect those reviews. And yeah, it's just a great way to gauge that hosts are staying engaged and reaching out to their agents and, you know, getting them on the site. And I don't want to give away any trade secrets, but one really great way to get new reviews is to, just as a part of your onboarding, just let them know they can review you on host agency reviews. So if you send them to your Google site, if you send them to Yelp or whatever, make sure you're also sending them to host agency reviews.
Ooh, good job.
Thank you. All right, now, check this out. Bam. Oh, nope, just kidding. There we go. Can you see it all?
No.
Oh, shoot. Did it wrong. Hold on. Normally, I'm better at this. It's just really hard when you're behind the scenes live. Okay. Here we go. So starting out, we have Million Miles Travel. Congratulations on your Nebula Award. Clap, clap, clap. Oops, now I got to go back. Then we have Journeys Travel Inc. Congratulations as well. Love all these new reviews. Lotus Travel Network. Epperly Travel again. I know. Really looks beautiful.
I want to go there like now. I don't even know where there is, but I want to be there.
Innovative Travel Agent Network, congratulations. My Vacation Lady, congrats again. An Elite Travel Concierge, congratulations.
I wonder if people are trying to figure out who got the Galaxy Award already.
Yeah, I feel like some of them, well, we don't want them to look too closely. So Just Adventure Travel Services, congratulations. PNT Travel Group, the Travel Society, we didn't see them on the last one. Largay again, looking great. Gifted Travel Network, congrats. As a Travel, wonderful job. Brownell, thank you for participating. Departure Lounge. The Travel Agent Next Door. Avoya Travel.
Such photogenic people.
Yeah. You know what, too? I'm just noticing. Oh, shoot, I shouldn't have done that. But the pin is Avoya. And then KHM Travel Group. So congratulations.
Woo!
Good job, everyone.
Yeah, and April, do you want to lead the way on our next award?
Absolutely. So next up is the Constellation Award, and it recognizes host agencies that engage with their readers on their host agency reviews profile. Pretty much it means they're responding to reviews and questions, which is super important. I mean, whenever you write a review, you always want to hear something back. If it's a positive review, you always want to hear back a thank you for taking time. And I mean, quite frankly, even if you leave a negative review, it's nice if somebody responds back and they just kind of say, you know, we're sorry about that, and how can we work to fix this? And it's just that kind of communication piece. Also, the questions. We have a lot of people on our website asking not only just the host agency review staff, but also the actual agencies themselves questions. So you can go right on, if you have a question for any agency, go right to their profile and ask a question. They get an email on that, and then they respond right back. So, I mean, kudos to those people that have taken the time to make sure to answer reviews and questions on the site.
Yeah, because I mean, even when someone writes a positive review, I love seeing the host agencies that write back and are like, thanks so much. You know, we really appreciated getting to know you and loved your group booking we saw came through last week. Like, I think that's really neat.
Yeah.
All right, here's my drum roll. I really should have had one of you guys be doing this, because having to do this at the same time is turning out to be quite challenging.
We're just sitting here.
I know. All right. So hold on, waiting for my slide to disappear. All right. Congratulations again, Million Miles Travel. Good job. Happily Travel again. Here we are.
Yeah, I love that picture.
And Innovative Travel Agent Network. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Love the hat.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what's on the lower left-hand side of the picture, but I can't tell what it is. At first I thought taco, but I don't think so.
No, I was thinking taco too.
I was literally going to say the same thing. We'll just go with taco.
My vacation lady, congratulations. And just Adventure Travel Services again.
I love that picture.
Yeah.
So glam.
We've had a lot of people that have like gotten multiple awards in each category. And KHM Travel Group, look at that huge group. Congratulations. And Outside Agents, thank you for engaging on your profile. And Travel Crest Network, wonderful job. Woo! All right, and that is it for our Constellation Award. Mary, do you want to cover our last award, please?
Yes, and this is one of my favorites, the Data Scientist Award. And one of the reasons why it's my favorites is because every year I write a bunch of reports based on the data that we get from annual surveys we put out to agents. And the Data Scientist Award rewards host agencies for pushing our survey to their IC pool. And any host listed on the site is able to get a Data Scientist Award. And so if hosts, depending on size, have a certain number of ICs participate in our surveys, then they get a Data Scientist Award. And we really, really appreciate, we want so much love in our surveys. Like, we really appreciate our partnership with hosts, and we can't do it without you guys to support your agents and support the industry data. And this year, we got such a great diverse pool of agents taking our survey that for the first time ever, we're able to make a travel agent employee report. So we have a report on hosted agents and independent agents, and we're going to have one on new agents. It's just like, it's amazing.
It's actually confetti falling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the confetti comes down. So this is the first time we were able to do a report on travel agent employees, and it's going to be published in the next couple of weeks, hopefully sooner. So we're excited for you to take a look at the trends and how it's really different than it is compared to independent agents and hosted agents. So I feel like I get to learn a lot every year too. So hosts are instrumental in making this happen, and we really appreciate your support. And that's why the Data Scientist is one of my favorite awards. So if you want to make sure you don't miss any of our reports or don't miss any of our surveys, you can sign up for a newsletter at www.hostagencyreviews.com/newsletter. So that's where you can find us. Very excited to see who won these.
Yes. I don't know. I'm just loving this. All right. So data scientists, let's take a peek. There they are again. Magical Moments Vacations. Congratulations. Gifted Travel Network showing up again. Way to go. I'm actually really liking clapping on my other computer on the Facebook feed. Super fun. Dugan's Travel, good job. I think, is this the first one we've seen, Dugan's Travel? I think it has. Yeah. Congrats, Dugan's, and thank you. On Davo, wonderful job. Thank you again. Oh, it's even framed.
I know. I was like, that's awesome.
That is snazmataz. Love it. Uniglobe Travel Center, thank you.
Betsy.
Oasis Travel Network, woo! And KHM Travel Group, yay! Woo! And Nexion Travel Group. Yeah. And Travel Quest Network here. We got they put in different pictures with different staff, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. And Travel Planners International.
That's a nice picture too.
That's also very crisp.
Right?
Yeah, you might also get the Crisp and Clean Picture Award. Well done. All right, so let me turn that off. All right, so those are our 4 categories that we originally had, but now we have the Galaxy Award. And like Mary said, there's just one host agency that swept every single category this year, which is a really big fat deal. So Mary just got an iPhone 12, and we woke up to on our Slack a video that Mary had made on her iPhone 12 to unveil the Galaxy Award winner. So Mary, do you want to share your screen for the big reveal?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, where'd it go? Sorry, I went the wrong way.
All right, here we go. Music and everything. Nice spiral.
That one's pretty.
Congratulations. You know what I should have gotten us those like party poppers for this part. And we could have like released them.
See, I'll be very Miranda and I'd say alcohol. Well, party poppers work too.
Okay, I'll say alcohol.
Party poppers are fun, you guys.
Champagne popping is nice too. I mean, that's like kind of like a compromise, really.
Yeah, okay, we can do champagne the next time.
Yay, K-Chum.
Yeah,
everyone.
Well, this has been such a fun week. It has been stress-filled for sure. I think we can all agree, but it has also been a blast. And if you liked what you saw when you were streaming it this week, we actually set up our Host Week 2022 already. So you can register now, today, while you're still in love with Host Week. You can just go to har.news with an S/HW for Host Week 2022. And just register there. And then when details start coming out, we'll send you emails to keep you updated. Let's see, many of us, we would love to hear feedback. Many of you have already written in feedback about how we can make Host Week even better. So send us an email and let us know what you liked, what you think needs some fine tuning, and anything that you think should be added to Host Week next year to really enhance it. So April, do you want to go over kind of the specials and when those expire?
Well, we have the blog up, and you can actually go there. I know some of them actually go for 1, 2, 3, 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely take a peek at that. I mean, there's such great ones on there, and yeah.
And I think there's a couple that expire today on Friday. The majority of them, I think, expire on Saturday. But go and take a look because they're. It's a lot of deals going on. If you're looking to switch host agencies or join host agencies, this is the week to do it. Let's see. So speaking of not wanting to or getting involved with Host Week, taking advantage of those deals, if you want to get involved next year with Host Week, you could be an advisor or a host. You could be a consortia. You could be a supplier. Drop me a line so we can get a conversation started. We're open to all sorts of ideas. You know, like I said, this is our inaugural one. So we are looking to make it even bigger and better next year. You can email me. I'm at Stephanie@hostagencyreviews.com. And Mary, you launched a new program this week on the blog. Do you want to give a recap on that for people that want to get involved with host agency reviews in a more meaningful way?
Yeah, so we launched an Industry Voices series for HAR, and that's an opportunity for anyone who's in the travel industry, interested or engaged in the travel industry in some meaningful way, who would like to contribute a story, an opinion, just, you get to be really creative, because what we want is the things that I can't even imagine. So we have a blog post up that walks you through all the submission guidelines and has a brief form where you can send us a pitch, and then we'll be in communication about what might work out. And I really hope to hear from you, because I'm really excited for this.
Mm-hmm. And also you can go back on Tuesday to the recordings, and that's when I interview Mary for more details about Industry Voices and what's involved with it. So
yeah, and even though it's the last day of Host Week, I mean, it may seem kind of weird, but you could still register, because we'll be sending out a recap email. So if you haven't been getting our daily emails, maybe just go throw your name on there real quick, and you'll get the recap. It'll have the link to Industry Voices and the Luminary Awards and all the critical stuff that we've been talking about this week.
Perfect. Well, before we say goodbye, I did want to say a huge thank you to Mary and April. Thank you, ladies. We've been working so gosh darn hard the last few weeks to pull off this event. You know, we're a small team, but we're a mighty team. There's just the three of us that were producing Host Week. So I love working with you ladies. We like dream big and get to accomplish those things. So thank you so much. And thank you to all of you who tuned in. We are so grateful that you took the time to spend with us, and for all the suppliers and host agencies that participated in Host Week. We also couldn't have done it without you. So thank you, everyone.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will see you next year then. Last week in January 2022. Mark your calendar. It's going to be big. All right. Bye.
Bye.